Our first reenactment tonight is the story of a young man who could have had it all. But police say he wanted it all a little too much.
On July 31st, I was at home when I received a phone call from the station here that patrol had responded to a storage unit here in Hollywood. They didn't know what they had, so they called in the homicide unit.
What time did you first get the call about the odor?
About 7 o'clock.
Any other complaints of this kind?
Nah. Oh, what died in here?
The smell was very, very bad. And I determined that it was definitely something decomposing. And being Hollywood, you just can't make assumptions or jump to conclusions. I've been in many, many crime scenes, and I have never smelled something that bad before. Never. So right off the bat, I know I'm dealing with something that is unique. I know this is something odd. I know this is something bizarre. Regardless of what I find, it's going to be bizarre, and it's going to be Hollywood.
Los Angeles 6 weeks earlier. In a city where multi-million-dollar homes are as common as next-door neighbors, the furnishings which go inside define the image. James Sean Stacy and Chuck Davies ran a furniture business, convincing customers to bank on their reputation. Their customers didn't know they'd be the ones taken to the bank.
Look, Mr. Harrington, anybody can go to IKEA, take a screwdriver, and put something together. Not everyone can own a piece of furniture.
Ross, it is a gorgeous couch.
What's the best you can do for me?
We already gave you our best price.
How does $3,500 grab you?
That's $1,500 less than inside.
Sean, we can't do business like that.
Yes, we can.
Okay, you got yourself a deal.
Great.
You can call me Ross.
Super. Thank you. When we get back, we'll give you a call. You give us your credit card number. I'll nail down our importer, and you'll be sitting on that beautiful couch for 3 weeks.
Thank you so much.
Have a nice day.
Thanks.
Take care.
Well, we appreciate the business, Mr. Harrington. Okay, Ross. Bye. Did it go through?
It's in our account.
How much is it up to?
Almost 25 grand.
Oh, clean it out.
They would just get all these credit card numbers and push in numbers through this little machine, and then I guess Charles would push in his code number to supposedly he had what the business was under.
Chuck Davies was the money man, opening and closing various bank accounts, allowing Sean Stacy a lifestyle worthy of the rich and infamous, a lifestyle Stacy shared with his band of thieves in his upscale LA apartment. Andrew Desiree Elias, whom Stacy took off Hollywood Boulevard, Jeff Cox, a convicted kidnapper, college student Larry Barrick, and Stacy's younger brother, Bradley.
Desi, before the second coming of Christ.
Oh, I win.
Okay, all right, since you win, Desi, why don't you just go ahead and pick a card?
Well, come on, Jeff.
I'm sorry, Larry. We should all be more like you, right?
Bradley, get your feet off the couch. Come on, Des. Let's go pick up some mail.
Sean's the type of person that has to be the leader. Everybody's life revolved around Sean. If he says now, he means drop whatever you're doing regardless and do it now. We'd go to a market first, take a whole bunch of flyers, we'd pull out the mail, and then we'd put in the flyers so it didn't look so odd. We would get credit cards, and Sean would sign their name to them, but in his handwriting, you know, and then he'd go to all the big department stores and buy whatever he could on credit, and then me and 4 or 5 other people that he had would go back and exchange them, and we'd get the money for them in return.
Police say Sean Stacy rewarded certain group members with coveted trips to Hawaii to soak up some sun and tourist credit cards.
Again, all right. Relax, it's only a game, Desi.
Hey, Des, get over here. How'd you like to go to Hawaii next week?
Really? I can go this time?
You've been a good boy.
It's a mistake.
Why?
Why call attention to ourselves? It's easy money there. Why risk it? I embarrass you, Chuck? Make your hair club for Mindu. Go on, Edge. Freak. Takes one to know one.
He goes. And what I say goes. And what I say stays. You stay.
You picking his friendship over mine.
When are you going to realize, Chuck, you're nobody's friend? You're a financial asset. Aloha.
Looks like the leftovers are looking for leftovers.
Don't take it so hard. To think good thoughts. Maybe they're getting sunburned.
You know why he didn't take you? He still thinks you're a child, Bradley. You can't measure up to him. You never will. But wouldn't it be nice to get back at him? Just once.
Police say Chuck Davies and Sean's brother Bradley Stacy did get back at Sean. He would find out just how much when he returned from Hawaii.
We walked inside and it was completely abandoned. There was nothing there. I mean, there wasn't even toilet paper on the toilet rack. All Sean's clothes were gone. We're thinking, my God, why would he take Sean's clothes when he can't even fit in them? You know, and Sean says, well, that's where all my money was. So Sean was like, I gotta get this guy, I gotta get him, I gotta get him. So every day we would go and we were looking up and down the boulevard in the West Hollywood area where we thought they could be. And we couldn't find them. We looked every single day, every day. We were waiting for calls and nothing ever happened. Well, finally one day out of the wild blue, there's a call and it's from Bradley, Sean's brother. And he says, I'm in Arizona with Chuck.
I don't want to be around him, Sean. He's gone crazy with the money. Look, we're both in Scottsdale. He doesn't know I'm calling and he won't expect you to come. Here's the deal. I'll tell you exactly where we are on one condition. You give me half the money you get back from him, and half the stuff, too.
Guess what? It's not a dream. You thought you could trust my brother? When are you gonna realize, man, you're nothing but money to us? We'd all have turned you in a heartbeat.
Oh, wasn't thinking.
Wasn't thinking? Wasn't thinking, guys. That's got to be the understatement of the month. What makes you think you could have done this to me?
Well, what are you gonna do?
I don't know. What would you do?
I can get the money. It's in the safety deposit box.
Good. It's real good. Daz will go with you tomorrow. Get him out of my sight. You really screwed up this time.
Me and Chuck both went to the bank together. I waited in the taxi, and Chuck went into the bank all by himself. Now, at any given time, he could have said, hey, you know, I'm coming in here by force. These people are making me take out my money, and they're, you know, burglarizing my home. But he didn't.
I can't live while Chuck's alive.
You said we were going back to L.A. Come on, you got your money back.
That's not the point.
So, let's kill him.
Yeah, let's kill him.
I don't think I can.
Oh, you got a problem with that? I took you off the street. Gave you a life. Like I gave everyone here a life. You'll do it.
Well, I couldn't believe how somebody had that much mind power over me. We looked at each other and we were like, well, what do we do? You know, he made us feel so guilty, like, yes, we did owe it to him.
Remember when I got this? I bargained with that guy in La Brea?
Yeah, I remember.
I'm glad we're going back to LA.
What are you doing? Come! What are you doing? Just shut up and get on his back! Oh, my God! I get the CD rack, right, Sean?
We need to get a U-Haul. Let's get packed up and get out of here.
What about Chuck's candlesticks? Can I have them too?
Well, wait. Do you mind, Chucky? I guess not.
Come on, you guys. What are we going to do about Chuck?
What about the body? What about the body? Like I said, let's get everything packed up and get out of here.
Charles was just there on the floor, dead. And I'm thinking to myself, my God, how could these people be so cruel? The man's dead on the floor, and they're just walking over him like nothing, doing inventory. Nobody said anything. We didn't know what to do, and we drove back to California.
Bye-bye, Chucky. So what are we gonna do? Larry's gonna move the van. After, what are we gonna do? What do you think, dude? It's my birthday.
Happy birthday, Sean!
How about so? How about it? Gentlemen, success.
Success.
Check him out. All right. Make a wish, Sean.
We bought bottles and bottles of distilled water, and then they went and bought the mixing buckets and the shovels and all this other stuff, and we just started mixing cement downstairs in the carport.
Hey, this is Chuck's friend.
Three of us went, and we were driving around in the U-Haul truck with him in the back. I was driving very slow, and they were in the back, and they were pouring the cement.
Just stick him in here and get out of here. I got news for you. He isn't gonna fit anymore. That's why they call him stiffs. Sure, it's such a good idea. Well, what do you want to do, Larry? Take him home to your mom? Okay, right, Chucky. Freezer time, just like Walt Disney. All right. Cheers. Here we go.
It was horrible, horrible. That I think odor stayed in me for months in my nostrils. Everything I ate, everything I drank, everything tasted in my throat like dead. We paid like, I would say maybe about anywhere from 10 to 15 guys. And all of us were pushing this huge freezer, and it's filled with cement. It was so heavy, and nobody knew that there was a dead body inside.
We'll leave this here for a few days, and then we'll find a storage place out by the desert somewhere. So, who wants to go to the movies? Nothing violent.
Sean Stacy never had a chance to move the body. Just 2 days later, Detective Wendy Barrett beat him to it.
People just do strange things. If you're going to find something strange, it's going to happen in Hollywood.
Tonight in Hollywood, police arrived at these self-storage units at 1030 North Mansfield after the report of a pungent odor. What they found inside Unit 1162 was a full-size freezer filled with hardened cement.
Equally strange, that night the group happened to tune into the 11 p.m. news. The discovery of Chuck Davies' cemented body gave local news stations a gripping story. It also gave Sean Stacy and the others the reason they needed to get out of town the next morning. But the escape from L.A. quickly unraveled. Just 1 day after the body was found, Sean's brother, Bradley Stacy, surrendered to Los Angeles police. He agreed to tell everything in exchange for immunity. 2 weeks later, San Diego police arrested Andrew Desiree Elias. He pleaded guilty to second-degree murder and is now serving a 20-year sentence. Jeff Cox surrendered to police outside the Orange County Jail the following day. Convicted of second-degree murder, he was sentenced to 17 and a half years. Larry Barrett gave himself up to the FBI in Mexico City in November 1992. Found guilty of conspiracy to commit murder, Barrett is serving a 25 to life sentence. Police say in the year and a half Sean Stacy's been on the run, he hasn't lost his appetite for the good life. They think his agenda has even included trips to Mexico and South America, so he could be anywhere. Stacy likes to wine and dine friends in the finest restaurants. Former associates say you'll always find him wearing a silk shirt and leaving a big tip, probably on someone else's credit card. A Vegas high roller, Stacy also loves to roll a few games at the bowling alley. Tonight, if you know where James Sean Stacy is playing, give us a call, 1-800-CRIME-TV.